Remember Dwayne Nelson from What's Happening, played by Haywood Nelson? If you're a fan of classic TV from the 1970s, then you'll definitely recall the hit series that brought us the first African-American teen sitcom and a lineup of unforgettable catchphrases, like Dwayne's iconic "Hey, hey, hey" and "uh-uh." But what's life been like for Haywood Nelson since then? How did he navigate growing up in the shadow of his teenage stardom? Is his life now better, or has fame taken a toll? Stay tuned to find out how he's doing today. This is Haywood Nelson as Dwayne Nelson. How he lives is sad. Try not to gasp when you see him now. Haywood Knowles. Nelson Jr., born on March 25, 1960 in New York City, was brought up in a family that valued privacy, and he has always respected his parents' wish to stay out of the public eye. Despite being a well-known figure in the entertainment world, Haywood has rarely spoken about his family, and rumors about his supposed connection to the late legendary singer Prince Rogers Nelson have circulated over the years, but these claims are false. He has not publicly confirmed or denied any family connections to the musician, choosing instead to focus on his own journey. Haywood's entry into the entertainment industry came at a very young age. At just 6 years old, he began appearing in commercials for major brands like Duncan Hines, Johnny Lightning, and Hot Wheels, marking the beginning of his career in front of the camera. His natural talent and charm caught the attention of casting agents, and by the time he was 11, Haywood landed his first significant TV role. He joined the cast of the popular soap opera As the World Turns, where he played the character Jerry Smith. The show, which ran from 1956 to 2010, was one of the longest-running soap operas in history and won 90 of its 546 award nominations. This early exposure to the industry helped Haywood hone his acting skills and laid the foundation for his later successes. As he continued his acting career, Haywood balanced his professional life with his education. He graduated from a local high school in New York City in 1978, a pivotal year in his life. Rather than pursuing a traditional college education, he chose to focus fully on his acting career. Haywood Nelson's film career began in 1972 with his debut role as Ronnie in the drama If You Give a Dance, You Gotta Pay the Band. Though his role was small, it marked the start of what would become a notable presence on screen. His breakthrough came 2 years later in 1974, when he played Freddie in Mixed Company, a family drama written and directed by Melville Shavelson. The film, which starred Barbara Harris, Joseph Bologna, and Tom Bosley, tells the heartwarming story of a basketball coach who is convinced to adopt 3 children of different ethnic backgrounds. In 1978, Haywood took on another memorable role in Thank God It's Friday, a musical comedy directed by Robert Klein. The film, set in a disco club called The Zoo, featured an ensemble cast that included Donna Summer, Valerie Landsberg, and Terry Nunn. Haywood played Man in Disco, a small yet significant role in this vibrant, high-energy film that won 3 awards, including an Oscar for Best Music, Original Song. The movie was a snapshot of the disco era, following the staff and clientele of the club on a single Friday night. It was a commercial success and helped solidify Haywood's place in Hollywood. In 1981, Haywood appeared in The Santa Suits, a horror film written and directed by Eric Weston. Haywood played Kowalski in this dark and eerie movie, which starred Clint Howard and R.G. Armstrong. The plot centers around a military cadet who learns to summon demons and cast spells. While The Santa Suits wasn't a major commercial hit, it allowed Haywood to showcase his versatility as an actor, stepping into a darker, more intense genre. That same year marked Haywood's departure from acting, and he chose to retire from the industry for nearly 2 decades. His final film role was in The Santa Suits, and after that, he focused on other aspects of his life. However, in 2003, Haywood made a brief return to the screen when he appeared as himself in the comedy Dicky Roberts, former child star. Directed by Sam Wiseman, The film stars David Spade as a former child star trying to relive his youth by hiring a foster family to recreate his childhood. The film, which also starred Alyssa Milano and Mary McCormick, was a nostalgic look at the pressures of fame and the struggles of growing up in the public eye. It received 1 award nomination, and Haywood's cameo was a fitting tribute to his own experience in the spotlight. Haywood Nelson's television career was marked by a diverse range of roles across various genres, starting with his appearance in the 1975 episode The Family Man of the hit comedy Sanford and Son. His character, Marshall, was a small but memorable part of the episode, and his presence in the show helped cement his status as a rising talent in Hollywood. The same year, Haywood continued to showcase his versatility by portraying the same character, Marshall, in the comedy Grady, which was created by Red Fox and Bernie Orenstein. The show, which aired from 1975 to 1976, starred Whitman Mayo as Grady, a character from Sanford and Son who moves to Los Angeles from a small town. Haywood's role in Grady showcased his ability to perform alongside established actors in a comedic setting. In 1977, Haywood further expanded his television portfolio, appearing in 2 very different shows. He was featured in an episode of the iconic crime drama Kojak, a show that starred Telly Savalas as the hard-nosed New York detective. Haywood's role in Kojak was another testament to his range, as he took on a more serious, action-packed character. That same year, Haywood appeared in the Brady Bunch Variety Hour, a musical comedy spin-off of the beloved family sitcom The Brady Bunch. His appearance in the variety show added to his growing list of credits and demonstrated his adaptability to both drama and light-hearted entertainment. In 1979, Haywood took on another notable role, playing Randy Judd in the episode Sudden Death of the sports drama The White Shadow. The show, which explored the lives of a high school basketball team, gave Haywood the opportunity to showcase his acting chops in a different context, as his character dealt with the pressures and challenges of high school sports. One of Haywood's most significant roles came in the 1980s when he returned to his iconic role as Dwayne Nelson in the sequel series What's Happening Now? The series aired from 1985 to 1988 and reunited Haywood with fellow cast members Ernest Thomas and Shirley Hemphill. What's Happening Now? Followed the characters from the original series, now adults, navigating the challenges of their post-teen years. Haywood's portrayal of Dwayne Nelson resonated with fans who had grown up watching What's Happening, and allowed him to revisit a beloved character that had earned him fame in the late 70s. Haywood's final television role came in 1990 when he played Lyle Peters in the crime comedy Dragnet. He appeared in the episode The Book, which was part of the show's revived series in the late 80s and early 90s. The role marked the end of his active television career before he took a step back from the public eye. Haywood's contributions to television went beyond acting. He also showcased his musical talents. In the 1978 What's Happening episode Positive Identification, he performed 2 holiday songs, Jingle Bells and O Come All Ye Faithful, adding another layer to his skill set. Years later, in 2003, Haywood's return to the screen in Dicky Roberts. Former child star saw him sing Child Stars on Your Television, further demonstrating his musical versatility. Throughout his career, Haywood also made appearances on various talk shows, including Life After in 2012, Unsung Hollywood in 2014, and The Wendy Williams Show in 2022, where he reflected on his career and the challenges he faced as a former child star. In 1977, he was nominated for a gold medal for Favorite Child Star at the Photoplay Awards, a recognition of his impact on television during his prime years. But maybe Haywood Nelson is most remembered for his role as Dwayne Nelson on the groundbreaking sitcom What's Happening, which aired from 1976 to 1979. The show, one of the first African-American teen sitcoms, followed the lives of 3 young friends and earned multiple award nominations, including a win. Haywood, along with co-stars Ernest Thomas and Danielle Spencer, became a beloved figure in American television during the late 70s. Dwayne was a shy, reserved teen who often struggled with anxiety, especially when it came to girls, fitting in at school and worrying about his future. His character's iconic catchphrase, "Hey, hey, hey," quickly became part of popular culture during the show's run. Haywood was around 15 years old when he auditioned for the role and just 16 when the show premiered, making him the only actor among the three main characters close to his character's actual high school age. Throughout the series, Haywood made an appearance in every single episode, earning him the distinction of being the only cast member to maintain a consistent presence from start to finish. After a brief departure from the show due to salary disputes, fellow cast members Ernest Thomas and Fred Berry left, leaving Haywood to carry an episode on his own. It's rumored that Haywood played a key role in naming the show. In a 2005 interview, he shared, "I was like, man, we gotta call it What's Happening." And everybody was like, "What?" And I said, "You know, like, what's happening, cool." And everyone was like, "Yeah, yeah." And then, everybody chimed in. After the show ended, Haywood shifted his focus to academics, studying architecture and electronics engineering. He made a guest appearance in a 1979 episode of The White Shadow and portrayed Kowalski in the 1981 horror film Evilspeak. He later reunited with his former castmates for What's Happening Now, the sequel series that aired from 1985 to 1988. Haywood's final TV role came in 1990 when he appeared in an episode of Dragnet. Afterward, he took a step back from acting, but made a brief return in 2003 to portray himself in the film Dicky Roberts, former child star. Though his career in Hollywood seemed promising, Haywood appeared in just 13 movies and TV series before retiring in 1990. His most memorable role was undoubtedly Dwayne Nelson, a character who captured hearts with his catchphrases like, "Hey, hey, hey," and After stepping away from acting, Haywood made a brief return to the screen in 2003, but since then, he has stayed largely out of the public eye. In 2009, Haywood took a new direction, founding his own company. Since then, he has focused on his business endeavors, serving as CEO and distancing himself from the entertainment industry. Despite his fame in the 70s, Haywood Nelson has chosen a quiet life away from the media spotlight, and it's believed he's been thriving in his new professional role. His shift away from acting marks a significant change in his life, one that reflects his desire for privacy and a fresh start. Though he's no longer in the public eye, Haywood's legacy on What's Happening still holds a special place in the hearts of TV fans. His life today remains a mystery to many, with little known about his personal endeavors beyond his business ventures. However, his transition from beloved TV star to successful CEO serves as a reminder that life after fame can take many unexpected turns. Dwayne of What's Happening. Once revealed, he had a crush on two actresses on the show. These days, Haywood Nelson keeps a low profile, but back when he rose to fame, he and his What's Happening co-stars were considered one of the hottest sensations on television. The show made them stars, and they were constantly in the spotlight, appearing on talk shows and magazine covers. But without the internet or social media back then, they managed to keep their private lives out of the public eye without much difficulty. Years after the show ended, Haywood opened up about his love life and some of the crushes he had on his co-stars during the filming of What's Happening. In an interview with Essence magazine, the now 64-year-old actor revealed some surprising details, including his almost marriage to one of the actresses who appeared on the show. In a 2019 interview with HuffPost, decades after the show ended in 1979, Haywood revealed that he had secret crushes on two of his co-stars and even dated another. Haywood admitted he had a big crush on Danielle Spencer, who played Dee, the feisty and smart character on the show. He shared, "She is the bomb, and if it weren't for our age difference, it would have been very dangerous and tempting. Dee was sharp, a smart young girl who could tell adults off and get away with it." But Haywood didn't stop there. He also had a crush on Shirley Hemphill, who portrayed Shirley Wilson, the witty waitress on the show. "I love her wit," he said. "I love people who are fearless, and I'm a spiritual guy, so I connect with people spiritually." In addition to his co-stars, Haywood spoke about his past relationship with actress Debbie Morgan, who played Diane Harris on the show. Haywood reflected, "It was my fault. I blew it. It didn't work out because I was too young with a Porsche, more focused on driving around with my boys and taking road trips, while she wanted more time and attention. If I had my head on right, I would have married her." Dwayne almost wed Debbie Morgan in the past. Now he is married to royalty. After those relationships, Haywood moved on and eventually married Kanadia Sky, a member of the royal family of Saudi Arabia and Dubai. Kanadia is the founder of an oil and petroleum technology company, Skywood, and Haywood has been working as a consultant for the business. They married in 2014, and since then, Haywood has kept a much quieter life away from the public eye. Today, Haywood works as the main point advisor for Skywood, an oil and petroleum technology corporation owned by his wife. In his role, he offers his expertise and guidance to the company, leveraging his extensive experience in various industries. Being part of a royal family likely requires a more private lifestyle to avoid scandals, and Haywood seems to have embraced this shift. Who would have imagined that the former TV star would find himself in such a unique position? We hope Haywood is doing well with his new family and his business endeavors, far removed from the spotlight he once shared with millions. Aside from his business ventures, Nelson is also associated with the controversial Church of Scientology, a group that focuses on helping individuals achieve a deeper understanding of their spiritual nature and their relationship to the universe. Scientology, often criticized for its secretive practices and alleged cult-like behavior, emphasizes personal development through a set of teachings and technologies. On the official Scientology website, Haywood has publicly shared how the organization has impacted his life. In a quote featured on the site, he reflected on the transformative changes Scientology brought to him. "Before I discovered Scientology and the tools it offers, I was extremely busy, moving at a snail's pace. I was playing hide-and-seek with myself, which was a very frustrating game. But that game is over now, and the frustration that came with it is no longer part of my life." He continued to explain how the practice gave him clarity. "Scientology allows me to have certainty about what I know. Personally and professionally, there's no more guessing about how to be. I calmly point and click. I know I've hit the mark. Now I am free to focus on what's most important: creativity. What I want is up to me. It's my choice. How I achieve it? I trust Scientology." Through his involvement in Scientology, Haywood has found a new path, one that promises certainty and a deepened understanding of his personal and professional life, interesting facts, and hobbies. In 2007, Haywood Nelson worked as a digital media executive at IEG Holding. Although he was initially cast to play Michael Evans in the hit comedy series Good Times, which ran from 1974 to 1979, the producers later decided to cast Ralph Carter in the role instead. Haywood has always had a deep passion for music, particularly jazz, and he can play the drums. His love for the genre has been a big part of his life. As a high school student, Haywood once handed in an English assignment with a bold prediction to his teacher. He asked her to hold on to it, claiming that his autograph would be worth a lot when he became famous. Today, Haywood has over 1,100 followers on Instagram, where he's shared nearly 50 pictures and videos with his fans. He's also a big fan of several actors, including Arnold Schwarzenegger, Will Smith, and Denzel Washington, with some of his favorite movies being The Terminator, Bad Boys, and Independence Day. As of February 2024, Haywood's net worth is estimated to be over $1 million. Why there was a rumor about Haywood Nelson being related to Prince. Viral meme claims they were half-brothers. A recent viral meme has sparked curiosity and confusion, leading some to wonder if actor Haywood Nelson was the half-brother of the late music icon, Prince. The meme, which circulated widely on social media, featured a young photo of Haywood Nelson alongside a caption claiming he was related to the legendary singer. Along with the meme, additional images from the 1970s surfaced, with tweets suggesting a familial connection between Nelson and Prince, even comparing their early photos to highlight perceived similarities. However, it turns out this rumor isn't true. According to Snopes, the former What's Happening actor is not related to Prince. An article by Heavy sheds light on Prince's family history, revealing that Prince had 8 siblings, most of whom were half-siblings. His only full sibling was his sister Dicky Nelson. The article details Prince's half-brothers and half-sisters, including Dwayne, John, and Alfred, but Haywood Nelson is not listed among them. The confusion may have arisen due to the similarity between Haywood's on-screen character Dwayne Nelson and the name of Prince's real-life half-brother Dwayne. However, once the fictional character is distinguished from the real person, it becomes clear that Haywood and Prince were not related by blood. Sadly, Dwayne Nelson, Prince's actual half-brother, passed away at the age of 52. Prince's musical legacy is well known, with a deep family background in music. His father, John Lewis Nelson, was a pianist and co-wrote some of Prince's songs, while his mother, Mattie Shaw, was a jazz singer. Prince's only full sibling, Dicky Nelson, is also a musician, though the two never collaborated professionally as adults. Though the viral meme is inaccurate, it may inadvertently draw attention back to Haywood's career and bring him into the spotlight once again. Haywood's journey from a beloved TV star to his current behind-the-scenes career shows just how much he's evolved over the years. But the real question is, what do you think about how Haywood's life has unfolded since his days as Dwayne Nelson on What's Happening? Do you think he's been living a life far different from what fans expected? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.